How you guys doing? Thank you very much for joining me. I am Chad with CD Shavin. Tonight we're doing a review. We're doing actually a part one of a three-part series I'm going to be doing on shaving sticks. I don't have any experience with using these. I had it in the last couple of months. I had the opportunity to obtain a few, and I really wanted to try them out and see how they work and if they work. Apparently, I'm sure they must because they've been around for a long time. So, anyway, as I said, thank you very much for joining me. And today is National Ice Cream Sundae Day. So, you guys, it's a weekend, Saturday, have an ice cream sundae. So, but anyway, so today's review, I've had this blooming. We're doing Dr. Harris's Shaving Stick Marlborough. I like the smell of this. It's got almost like a smoky scent to it. Kind of smells, it reminds me of like old leather, which I happen to like the smell of. So, so we've been blooming this. Now, to bloom this, I basically took my bowl. You can use a mug, but I actually don't have a mug. I took my shaving bowl, took my razor and propped it on one side. And I took the shaving stick and stuck it in the water and propped it on the other side so the two kind of leaned against each other, and it bloomed it. So this is a harder soap, or is known as to be a harder soap, so we're going to get, which is why we bloomed it. But I'm not going to form a lather out of this bowl, so we're going to put that away. And speaking of which, while we're talking about the gear, we're going to go into using the Razor Rock with a perma-sharp blade, perfectly aligned. And this is going to be on our second use. And tonight, we are going to be doing a head shave. We're looking for the Dome of Perfection. Dome of Perfection. I think we're going to finish it off with the Thayer's Witch Hazel Rose Petal. We're going to go with the, for the aftershave balm, we're going to go with a Sharp Dressed Man by Sterling, as I almost drop it in the water. There we go, right there. We're going to go with that post-shave balm with Chiseled Face Ghost Town Barber. I think this has a very similar scent to this, so I think they'll complement each other quite nicely. So we're going to go ahead and do that. So like I said, this has been blooming, and as far as doing the head shave, let's get right into it, and then we'll talk a bit about Dr. Harris and the product itself once we start doing the lather. We're probably going to go with we'll go with the Maggard handle, Maggard Tuxedo Knot in the Evershave handle here. Go ahead and get that wet and heat it up. I like my brushes to be warm. Some people don't seem to say anything about that. They talk about whether or not you just soak the brush, or whether or not you know whether it's pure hair or synthetic. I soak them anyway. I do it because I like the brushes to be warm, so, and it doesn't hurt it. So, all right. The idea is you soak this and you bloom it in the water, especially because it's considered a harder soap. You take your water and you put it on your head, and you basically just start going to town. Now, after this, I got to take the brush, the wet brush, and just kind of do the same thing as I would do on my face. I'm going to wet that a little bit. Like I said, I've never used one of these before, so we'll see how it works. I've been blooming it for about 10 minutes. And I really don't know when is enough as far as the soap application goes on your head. So I'm just going to kind of not eyeball it even really, just kind of go with it until I feel that I've got more than enough, because I'm not really looking to conserve this. I'm just looking to make it work. So, while I'm doing this, we can actually talk about Dr. Harris Shaving Stick. It's a Marlborough scent, like I said. They are established in 1790 as an apothecary shop, and the family business soon moved into other areas, selling lavender water, colognes, and perfumes. This is all according to westcoastshaving.com, where it is available in a 40-gram stick for about $19.50. It is tallow-based. The list of ingredients are on the back of the stick itself, but they are damn near impossible to read unless you are some advanced cyborg who can make everything bigger just by looking at it. Magnification, that's the word I'm looking for. So I took the liberty of printing those out. And they are potassium palmate, sodium tallowate, sodium palmate, sodium palm kernelate, aqua, potassium palm kernelate, glycerin perfume, prunus ducalis, sodium chloride, petrolatium, palm kernel, acid, limonene. You know, I don't even know what half these are, and I'm just going to say they're on the stick. So read it or go to the website. They're on that too. All right. Here we go. I've wrung the brush out. It's still pretty wet. Let's see if we can make this work here. Wow, look at that, huh? Look at that. Works quite well. Look at that. Yeah, the scent's nice. I like this scent. I probably put a lot more on it than I needed to, but that's fine. I don't really care. Not about conserving. This is actually really convenient. They say it's convenient for traveling, and I can see why. I mean, the label doesn't appear to be very waterproof. It's already discoloring. I don't know if you can see that or not, but anyway, it's convenient because it's not liquid of any kind. TSA shouldn't have an issue with that, at least according to my brother. He travels a lot. I'll ask him more specifically later. But I spend a lot of time working this in because it's a different type of soap. I've never used a harder soap, so Dr. Harris. Dr. Harris. A little bit dry up there, so I'm going to throw a little bit of water on it. There we go. There we go. Yeah, this functionality, this works just fine. Loading is different, obviously, because I loaded it not really with the brush, per se. So I'd have to say ease of loading. It was fine. I mean, you do have to make sure it's bloomed. I mean, I think blooming helps with this because it is such a harder soap. I can't imagine trying to do that without blooming it. I mean, it was kind of hard to get it going, but and it's a little bit difficult to judge how much is enough. But if you're traveling, who gives a shit? Just do it. And if you put too much on there, who cares? It's not a big deal. But anyway, so let's see how it shaves. Get this going on here, and we're gonna go with the first pass with the grain. Now, like I said, this is a number 1 in a 3-part series. I've got 3 different sticks to try it on. And I've been sitting on a few of them for a little while. I wanted to wait till I ended up with a few more. But I was going to buy a couple different ones, and they were actually piffed to me. So this particular one was piffed to me by Mr. Jason Rudman of Red's Shaves. If you guys haven't checked out his YouTube channel, check him out. He's also on the Shave Market Facebook closed group. He's on that as well. That guy's full of good information. If you have any questions or anything about pretty much anything, if he doesn't know, he'll find out. So he's pretty good, or he'll point you in the right direction. The thing about that guy is he's really knowledgeable, but he's not afraid to tell you he doesn't know, which I think is cool. If he doesn't know something, he'll tell you. He'll come right out and tell you, I don't know. But he'll tell you, he'll follow that up with, here's how you can find out, or he'll tell you, let me poke around, let me ask some people for you. If you're relatively new to the shaving community and you don't really know anybody, You know, he'll help you out and find out if he doesn't already know. But the guy's like a shaving Wikipedia. So so give him a shout if you haven't subscribed to his channel. Give him a subscribe or give him a sub. You won't regret it. He has a lot of good information on his videos, and he does such a wide variety of reviews that I like, because I if it weren't for him, there are some soaps that I don't think I ever would have heard of that I've tried that I've actually been pretty big fan of. So a pretty big fan of. So give him a shout. And we're almost done with the first pass here. There's plenty of slickness on this. I mean, so far, I definitely reach for this again. You know, but traveling or not. Yeah, I'd reach for this all day long. At first, I was kind of meh about it because, you know, I like the shaving soaps. I like the way that but this is just fine. All right, now let's talk about residual slickness. Shit, there's a ton of residual slickness. Holy crap! I don't know if you can see the sheen on my head from that. Damn, yeah, that's probably one of the soaps that has the most residual slickness I've seen. Wow, that's nice. So we're gonna go ahead and you know what? While we got you here, we're gonna go ahead and do the second lather just to kind of see how easily or not easily that happens. Now you'll notice I didn't dry my head. There are times I will in between passes, and the reason behind that is the residual slickness. If I feel it's slickness because of the soap, I won't dry my head. I'll just reapply the lather. If I feel that any residual slickness is strictly due to water, I'll dry it off. But that's not the case here at all. You can see that. It's going on quite nicely. So we're going to go ahead and smooth it out here. I think I got plenty on there. The scent strength on it, I'd say, is probably a 5. It's not bad. It's kind of dissipating a little bit, which is slightly disappointing because I actually do like the scent of this soap. It's a little bit dry. I'm going to add a little water to this. So yeah, definitely needs water, I can tell you that. But there's no shortage of that. It's in the tap, for crying out loud. Or at least for me, those of you that shave with bottled water because maybe your water sucks. I'm fortunate, and one of the drawbacks of living in the city is I don't usually have water issues. So I don't have hard water. It's just not something you run into because it's treated. So, all right, second pass, we're going to go cross grain, or at least by definition, it's more diagonal for me. I really like this razor because it's got those, see the divots in the top? I like that because if I see those in the traces of the shaving cream, it generally indicates that I'm not cutting at the right angle. So it kind of helps me to stay. See, I've got them right here a little bit. That means I was too far out. So if I take short little shaving strokes like this, I can manage and see if I'm getting the right angle. It's hard to do behind my head without putting the mirror out, but I've done this enough to where I can. Yep. Yeah, and plus, like, this razor's got good auditory feedback, so I can hear it. This razor sings like a stereo. Oh yeah, This razor is just gliding over this. For those that care, I have about a day and a half worth of growth on my head. So not tons, but enough to give this a challenge here. And this razor is just gliding right over this. Yeah, I recommend this stick so far. Well, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna finish up this this cross grain, and then I'll finish up the shave off camera. We'll do another cross grain cleanup pass and against the grain pass. So, but we'll give it another lather just so you guys can see. Yeah, this is nice. I like this. I really do like this this shave a lot. So, all right, let's clean this up. Oh yeah, that thing's still, quote Peter Charcalis, he says, slicker than snot, and it totally is. Not necessarily about this. I don't know what he thinks about this, but I've heard him say it about other soaps, and this definitely is. So we're going to go ahead and we'll reapply this, so you can see that. Yeah, you can see it goes on just fine. Plenty of lather left. It's kind of interesting. I like this. I didn't expect it to be as latherful. I expected this to be more of a problem for me. I don't really know why. I kind of thought I would run into issues with it, but not at all. Not at all. Guys, I know I said we were going to do a live video a couple weeks ago. I've been really busy. I had a lot of things going on. Where live videos just were not, it wasn't in the cards for me. We're going to start back up with that next week. I'm thinking probably the beginning of next week we're going to do one. Thinking Monday or Tuesday. So, but I'll do a short video on that, talking about the date and time and what we're going to talk about. I think the last time we talked, it was going to be, our topic was going to be brushes, and I see no reason to change that. So we'll do that. All right, wow, yeah, I'm liking this. We're going to go ahead and do the second cross grain. You saw I did eyes to ears. We're going to go ears to eyes and do against the grain pass and cleanup pass. We'll be right back with how the shave is going. Thank you very much for joining us. Okay, we are back. Thank you very much for returning with us. Again, I am Chad with CD Shaving. So we did a review on Dr. Harris Shaving Stick Marlborough. It smells really good. After I was done with this, I just kind of pushed it back down in there and wiped it down a little bit. Feels pretty dry, but I think I'm going to leave it out for probably overnight and then throw the cap back on just to be sure that there's no moisture left on that stick. So anyway, the shave has been complete. As you can see, we've achieved DOP status, Dome of Perfection. No irritation, no cuts, no slices, perfect shave. So we went ahead and cleaned up. We used our, again, German Razor German 37 with the Permasharp blade perfectly aligned, ready to go. We took the razor apart. We cleaned it all up. Put the, I always put the blade back in. I know some of you think that's a big fat no-no, but I shave enough between my head and my face that it can stay in there. It comes out, and I use the razors enough to where that's not an issue. We went ahead and used our Maggard razor, Tuxedo Knot with the Evershave handle. So went ahead and dried the tips off on that. We're going to leave that, let that settle. We threw on some Thayer's Witch Hazel Rose Petal. Stuff is great. And then I threw on an Aftershave Balm Sharp Dressed Man by Sterling. So I think, and for tonight's aftershave, we're going to be using Chiseled Face Ghost Town Barber. I love these things. I like the flasks. I like the way that this looks. I like the coloring in it. It's awesome. I love this stuff. And it smells really good, and I think it goes along well with it. Incidentally, this particular shaving soap, I know I neglected to mention the scent notes, and I wanted to talk about that a little bit. They are cedar, sandalwood, orange, lemon, and lime. I definitely pick up the cedar and sandalwood. It's definitely forward in that. That's what gives that kind of smoky scent to it, but not too bad. So we're going to go ahead and throw some of this stuff on here to finish up the shave. Oh yeah. Nice. Okay. Yeah, that was definitely a good pairing. I like that. Feels good. So, all right. Folks, thank you very much for joining me. If you guys have any questions or comments, please put it in the comment section below. I'll be getting back to you as soon as I absolutely can. I know I've been busy a little bit. I had a lot of stuff going on, but we're getting right back into this. So, again, thank you very much for joining me. And if you guys liked the video, give it a thumbs up. Go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Hit that ticker. And if you haven't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. Make sure you knock that bell so you get a notification every time we do a new video. So, folks, if you guys shave tonight, have a good shave. Have a good rest of the evening. Thank you for joining me. I'm Chad with CD Shaving, and we'll see you guys next video.